Recording live from Self Love Lounge. Yeah. My partner Dre. Give me the beat. You talk to him. Look. Now as I stand here on my feet, I ask myself, do history repeat? I know it do, but this is deep. From the slaves to the streets, from the cotton to the concrete, you give me Willie Lynch vibes. From that white man you hide, but you would kill me for my fucking ride. That's that envy you can't hide. That's that meet me outside, can let it go cause of your fucking pride. Back in the day, they take two field slaves, turn them against each other, something like the Django days. Whichever one was still alive, that's the one that win. The dead slave, he was gone, you won't see him again. And nowadays, they take two rap niggas, start beef, move out the way, then clap niggas. You better know your weapon good if you aim in sight. And if you kill a kid by accident, you got a night. You niggas so tough and Zimmerman is still around, but you will pay a couple K to knock your brother down. You think that God and evil fake? Until you die and reawaken, your soul done made it through them gates of hell, they await you. And everything you ever feared, that's that shit that's gonna take you. And all them demons that you claim, then took the sane out your brain. Now it's time for you to feel the flames. You see them demons like the streets. You can praise them all you want, but in the end you meet defeat. Open your eyes to the truth. But most of y'all can't do that cause them lies be just as fake as you. Been spitting facts all my life. Your brain gotta watch for bullet, but your back you gotta watch for nice. Fuck nigga, you need to listen. I'm competing with the old me. You look at me as competition. I never thought I'd see the day when I would get off on this microphone and say this shit I'm about to say. But hey, it need to be said and they like damn right. Got on my knees, prayed to God just the other night. Help me win the fight against my own kind. And if Black Lives Matter, niggas colorblind. They in denial when they hate it when you speaking facts. But a race war ain't the reason why I got the strap. Don't get it fucked up, cause anyone can feel the shell. But not just anyone gonna kill me for my clientele. Folks be seeking all these questions, but don't want the answers. The last time we stuck together was the Black Panthers. But since then, it's a block for a block. They get on TikTok and make a song about a dead op. To be a rapper now you need a bulletproof whip. No other genre like this. Now ain't this some shit? You ignorant. Get on the gram, you don't think twice. And make a joke about him fighting for his fucking life. So many of them throw rocks, then they hide their hands. But this reality, not Meta or the Central Land.
What up, though? It's the word. You see the title, let's talk about it. Man, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. It's it's this world crazy, man. The world is crazy. And the people in it even crazier. You try to make sense of it. You just make less sense, right? You just make less sense. Like, man, I scared the crap out of my wife today. And she thought I was about to jump on a neighbor. And to be honest with you, I was, All I seen is somebody approaching my wife and she trying to get my kid out the car. I didn't know who it was. And even if I did, it's like, why are you walking up on a woman taking her kid out the car? Like, why even do that? This dude lived down the street from me for almost a year now. Never came down, said, hey, my name is such and such. Only time he approached me is if he wanted a smoke Black and Mild. If he wanted a Black and Mild, he'll approach me. The only time you approach me is when you want something, like I said, you never introduced yourself. Now you walking up to my wife, along with my kid, my wife pregnant. Like, nah. And to be honest, if he would have shown any type of aggression, yeah, we would have been at it. We would have went at it. And I'm like, I'm blind in one eye, and the eye I can only see straight. So, like, from what I seen and the time it take me to react, there's no point in thinking. And I had to explain that to him. You know, like, you can't do that. And he's an older guy. And he kept saying, but we neighbors. I don't know you, bro. This is the real life, right? Like, you can't just do that. You know, like on here, you know, I'm a positive person. I just don't. I understand that the time that I hesitate is the time something can be taken away from me. I understand that. So, like in real life, if it's a threat right there, I gotta eliminate it. You know, that's my job as a man, is to protect my family. You know, I ain't got time to think about, oh, this is my neighbor. No, you're approaching my wife and her back is turned. And that's reality, right? That's reality. The people who hesitate, they're not here no more. The people who flinch, they're not here no more. I mean, where I grew up, I seen in a real time where a man approached a man, asked him for a light, and as he reached in his pocket, just that brief second look away, you see a flash. And that's just the reality. You know, it is what it is. And then I see people come on here and they just play games with other people. And I sit back and look like, wow. You know, I feel comfortable being comfortable with people on here. You know, still not telling them too much. Only tell people what I want them to know about me, right? That's as everyone should. But I do feel more comfortable being comfortable with people here because, I mean, we on the internet. You know, and there ain't no direct threat to me. Well, that's how I look at it. But, you know, I came up in the street too, so I understand how to communicate with people. I understand what to give them, and I understand what to take from them. You know, we got a saying where I come from, all money ain't good money. So you got to understand what to take from people, and you got to understand what to give people. And you give people too much, and you don't understand that person, they use that against you on here just like in real life. You never really know a person's intent, especially if you ain't looking for them to do nothing bad to you. But not knowing a person's intent and understanding or being aware that a threat can come from anywhere, you'll always be on guard. You know, there's nothing wrong with, I hear people saying, you know, they got walls up. There ain't nothing wrong with putting walls up to protect yourself. You just got to understand what you're protecting yourself from. You know, I like to think that I have translucent walls. You know, walls that's there, but I can see through them, and people can see through them. And just from my experience, if the wrong person try to walk through, they still hit the wall. That's just my ideology, the way I look at it. And in life, I've learned that a bunch of people can have the same experience, but they get a different understanding out of the experience. You know, someone can have a good experience, someone can have a bad experience from the same event. And I try to be mindful that the reason I try to put as much positive energy out is because it's needed. It's needed. That's why I do it. And the reason I don't try to put no negative energy out is because it's not needed. So I don't do things in my life that I don't need to. Well, I try not to. You know, even when I talk, you know, I'm not perfect. I got more flaws than probably half of the people on this app. You know, I'm a flawed person. But just because I'm flawed don't mean I try. You know, it don't mean I can't try to be perfect or get as close to perfection as I possibly can. You know, I try. Because if I don't try that, what am I really doing? Am I settling? Or am I doing the opposite? Those are the only real options, right? If you ain't trying to be perfect, then you settling. And if you're not settling, you're doing the opposite. I never understood why people just accept things. People just accept anything. You know, like I study religion. I never understood, like when you talk about the way they did Martin Luther, not Martin Luther King, but the founder of the Lutheran Church, Martin Luther, the way they did him because he questioned things. He wanted to know why. And the way they did that man is crazy. Because he just didn't accept what was given to him. And that's why I believe most people conditioned. Most people are conditioned to be sheep. Just go along with whatever the most popular thing is or what resonates with them. And the scary part is just looking at society in general is ignorance. Willful ignorance. You know, people are willfully being ignorant. Like, this don't make sense to me. The money you spend to go buy this designer stuff, you can use that money to create your own. Now, wouldn't it be more fashionable if you had a creation of your own on versus some designer? That's somebody else's name you're rocking. That's why I say I think people are conditioned. Sense ain't common. Sense is not common anymore. Things that make sense or might be logic, even if it's a fact, not the truth. Because the truth is simply an idea that everyone agrees with, a lot of people agree with. So truth, even the truth ain't fact. Fact is something that can be proven. So if I can prove something, why would something that can't be proved be more popular or more accepted? Like, I don't believe in trust. I don't deal with the concept. In my opinion, is asinine, and that's just my opinion. They ain't saying nothing against nobody who trust. That ain't. I'd rather have faith and hope, and I'm losing hope for the human race. I'm actually losing hope because sense ain't common no more. Not even in the older people. We used to look at the older people for guidance or wisdom, but you have these older people acting like they 20, 30, like they trying to go back in time. It's gone. You're supposed to be sitting on the throne now, giving out wisdom. But you acting like the 20-year-olds. You want attention. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy to me. Because growing up, my elders, even today, like my mother, I brought my mother on the show. My mother is, when they say black excellence, that's what my mother is. That's what my aunts are, even my little sister, the way they carry themselves. When the camera's on or when the camera's off. We don't have to act. We didn't grow up acting, filling a role. We just do. We do what we supposed to do. I come from a blue collar family. We put our heads down and grind, put our boots on, knowing that we gonna step in shit today, but we all right. We'll clean them off when we get home, get them ready for tomorrow. That's how I came up. When a man took pride in being a man and displaying man traits, the man I grew up, they didn't raise their voice, they didn't yell, they didn't scream. And if they did, if they raised their voice, it wasn't to spit out no speech. They was just letting you know, like a lion's roar. Nowadays, you got dudes doing the most, man. So emotional. We couldn't show emotions growing up. I couldn't cry. And I'm not saying that's right. But what I'm saying is, like, some of these dudes older than me, some of these dudes older than me, we ain't attack females. If we get attacked by a female, we go home and tell the females, and they mount up and go get her. We didn't do it. We walked away. Oh, you let a girl beat you up? Yeah. And guess what? My cousin coming. I remember in high school, I used to have hair. I'm bald now, bald spots and everything. But in high school, I had hair, and this one girl braided it during shop class. And the next hour, I had lunch. Another girl didn't like the braids, took it out. Well, the girl seen her taking it out, and she came over and slapped the crap out of me. And my cousin seen it. I remember the day like it was yesterday. It was my cousin's birthday. She had her boots on, like, what is they, stilettos, whatever those boots is with the skinny heel. She had the boots on, carrying her birthday balloon with the money clipped on her. When she seen that girl do that, the only thing you seen is the little red balloon go up, and she jumped on this girl and started whooping her. And I just looked over, like, what was about to happen sooner or later. It just happened sooner. We didn't. The most You a girl hitting you, you grab them. Chill out, man. These dudes nowadays, man, they be fighting women like they men. Like actually balling your fist, and then take it a step further, they pulling out weapons on women. We need to understand what masculinity is again. Cause they is too much stuff going on where men don't know how to be men no more. Men do not know how to be men no more. Even the older men. Like we can't. I ain't saying all. I'm just saying it's some out there, and usually the wrong things, are more highlighted than the right things. So it's probably a bunch of men out there being men, but you don't notice them because you got these fools out here parading around like they men, even listening to the way they talking to women, like talking down on women. And I'm not saying every woman because some of the women ain't women no more. So no, I'm not talking about if somebody deserves something. That is what it is, right? It just is what it is. But for you to attack a woman who's actually a woman, it's crazy, man. All black people ain't ghetto. I don't even use the N-word. I don't care who say it to me. I don't appreciate it. And I understand it's in normal people vocabulary, so I don't get emotional about it, especially on the internet. But anybody who know me in real life don't say it because they know they go get a reaction out of me. I use it in its proper context. And I very rarely say it. I don't even like the word coming out my mouth. But I understand it's in people regular vernacular now. It's just my personal belief. I don't use it. But back to the men. Like men these days, man. And like I said, if the shoe don't fit it, if the shoe don't fit, you don't wear it. It is what it is, though. Talking down on women, even the way men try to use materials to control women. To me, that's not a man. That's not a man. A man is when you and a woman walking down the street, you make sure she on the inside. You make sure she next to you, in front of you. Because if she behind you, you can't protect her. If a woman is walking behind you and somebody snatch her purse and go the other way, what the hell are you gonna do? They gone. A woman should always either be in front of you, a step, or on the side of you. This is probably the problem, right? This is probably the problem because they took the man out the household with the welfare. They took the man out the household with the crack epidemic. The whole women's movement back then, and now they're doing it again. Women, let me tell you something. You're not equal to men. You're not. And men ain't equal to you. That's the wrong thing to be fighting for. That's not your fight, especially black women. That equality, that's not your fight. Men and women are not equal. They are designed equal. They ain't meant to be equal. We each got our roles. And I'm not saying men are over women, because I don't believe that. But what I'm saying is that's a distraction, my baby. That's literally a distraction. But see, we accustomed to being distracted, fighting for things that don't even matter to us, man. Putting energy and time into things that don't even matter. People will come on here and get involved in things that don't even matter to them, that don't affect them in their real life, but put themselves in stuff. And a lot of times I think it's sad because it's like, if you got stuff going on in your real life, why you want to deal with drama on here too? I think it's sad. I think it's a cry for help. And this is why people can't come together. This is why, man, people can't come together. Too busy acting, man. Focusing on the wrong thing. There's so many channels that people are actually trying to build. And then even when they do that, they might have a small crowd. People come over there and try to disrupt that. Like, that's your life? Like, this group of people ain't even bothering you, and you coming over here and disrupting them. Because you ain't having a good day. Because you all messed up inside. You want other people to feel your pain instead of going to fix yourself. People would rather hurt people than to fix themselves first. That's just a temporary relief, right? It's simple. That's just a tip. Because guess what? Even if you beat them down to a pulp, you're gonna need another target until you fix yourself on the inside. That's why I said people want to be distracted instead of looking for the information or receiving the information. You rather get into the BS. You rather be in the BS. It's more exciting. It's more fun to be in drama. But then when a cop shoot a black man, you want to talk about black power and equal rights and all that. That's another wave you can jump on. That's just another wave. That's what I tell people. Like, people don't, their actions don't line up with their words no more. They don't. People's actions do not line up with their words no more. And then when you show them that, they get upset and butthurt. Say you attacking them. Man, somebody attacking you. You saying this, but then you doing this. It's like, come on now. And I feel like this. It's people who come on this app and they say, you know what? I'm about to have fun and I'm a character. And that's what their content reflect, right? Like Country Wayne come on here like, I'm a character. This is my character. This is what I do on YouTube. You can't do nothing but respect that. But for somebody to come on here and yell Black Power 1 minute and the next minute they're destroying the image of black people, helping contributing to the stereotype, proving the stereotype right. And to a sense, everyone who considers themselves an N-word does it every day, right? These people gave y'all a name, gave you a title. You try to empower it. That's crazy. So every time you call yourself N-words amongst one another, you know, white people look at you like, yep, see, told you. It's like we take pride in proving the stereotypes right. You know, the ignorance. Everything they told us we are, we try to prove them right. I mean, it's literally other races telling us like, man, if y'all band together, y'all can take over the world. I heard a white lady say that. I heard an Asian lady say that. and these are women, an Asian lady and a white lady, said, if y'all come together, y'all can take over the world. Like, other people know the power that we got. We just don't, because we too busy competing with one another, too busy putting one another down. We do not support one another at all. And the ones that do support one another, I can't do nothing but say I love y'all. Honestly, it's just not enough of us. It's not enough of us. We don't have enough. It's like people afraid, I guess, because of the responsibility. Don't nobody want a revolution. Don't nobody want that. Don't nobody want that. They're afraid of the responsibility. Don't nobody really want that. And I'm not even talking about fighting or killing or nothing like that. I'm just talking about changing who we are, changing the narrative. Don't nobody want to do that. I used to wonder when I was younger, like, if we get all these rich black people, why they don't come back to the hood and help us, help fix this up? And now that I'm older and I tried that, I understand why they don't. Because if you don't change the mindset, it don't matter how pretty you make something, how better you try to make it for the people. If they still got the same mindset, they ain't gonna do nothing but tear it up. Now that's resources and time wasted. Resources and time wasted. Trying to do something for your people that ain't trying to do something for themselves. And at some point, we all guilty of that, right? But I'm 38 now. I can't afford to do that no more. People too old to be doing that. We need the elders to be elders. I'm the bridge. My generation is the bridge. And the young people, they just coming into information and knowledge. But what are we teaching them? These young men think it's okay to hurt someone that look like them because they ain't been taught self-love. I don't want to hurt nobody to look like me because I love myself. And me looking at somebody hurting them that look like me is hurting me. So I try not to, sometimes you can't avoid it. Like, I be talking all positive, but like I said earlier, when I seen that man approaching my wife, ain't no talking. Ain't no talking. I'm going to eliminate the threat, and then we can talk about it later. So I am not telling you not to defend yourself if you be attacked, but what I am saying, let's set a better example. And it's not hard to do. The only thing we got to do is take accountability for ourselves. If everybody take accountability for themselves, everybody willing to look at what they did and analyze it and see if it's a different way they can go about it, no matter what the other person decides. That's just taking personal accountability. We don't teach that. We don't teach self-love. These kids don't even get self-esteem no more. I was taught that I'm a man from a kid. I was grooming to be a man. I was groomed. And some of the lessons was hard. I got beat up by my cousins to make me tough. I never got beat up in the street, and that's the honest to God truth. The only time you consider I got beat up, I got punched one time, and me and the guy didn't get to a fight because when he hit me, he thought he was gonna knock me out, and when he didn't, when I turned around, he backed up into a group of people, and it wasn't 1-on-1, it's 6-on-1. And I don't care if you want to call me a punk or whatever, but guess what? I ain't stupid. I ain't about to fight 6 people. That's the only time I can consider I got beat up in the street. I got beat up at home. It was my cousin, But because of what they did, I never lost a fight in the street. That was like sparring. When I fought in the street, it was like literally sparring, getting ready for them. Nowadays these kids soft. They don't want to be on video getting beat up, so they rather shoot somebody because they ain't never been punched in their mouth. That's why half of these people talk crazy. You can tell when a person never been hit in their mouth because the way they talk and how reckless they are. Somebody who got punched in the mouth understand how that feel and they think before they talk. The people I'm around anyway, they understand. I can't just say whatever I want to say. And that's why I used to think it was just the internet. I know these people like that in real life. They never been punched in the mouth. I can't even tell you how many bloody lips I had just from my mama saying words like the one I just said. I know she counting, but my mama, there's certain words I couldn't say because when her hand went back and popped you, my teeth cut my lip a couple times. And when you taste that blood, you understand, like, okay, I can't do that. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. And it's funny because, like I said, sense ain't common no more. Like, stuff to make sense, people just, I don't know, they just do the opposite. It's not hard to be nice to people. It's really not. And it actually feels good. It's like people don't want to feel good. Just being nice to somebody. You ain't got to go out your way. But people rather do the opposite. Even on here, people doing stuff for clicks and views. And it's like, I don't understand that. I don't understand it. Like, why do people want to go viral? Is it the attention? It is like, I don't understand it. The only thing I could think of is the attention and the fame, the money. I guess, no, I still can't do it, though. I wouldn't do it in real life. That's what I'm saying. Like, people come on here and do stuff that they wouldn't do in real life. But then if they are doing it in real life, like, these people are sick. Like, they messed up. They really messed up. If you do this in real life and you're not acting, something wrong with you. And if you acting, it's like something wrong with you too. Like I said, unless you on here with a character and that's your niche and that's the form of entertainment, that's totally understandable. That's how, like I said, Country Wayne got his thing. That's understandable. I know some content creators where they literally have characters. They get in the character, they do their content. What up, though, sis? He said, I think some people don't show kindness because they don't feel they deserve to get it back. But see, that's what I'm saying. That's crazy too. That's self-esteem. That's self-esteem. They got self-esteem issues. If you don't want to be nice to somebody because you don't think you deserve it, that's because you have low self-esteem. And when you have a problem with, when I have a problem, I identify it. I identify my problem so I can solve it. That's what they're for. Problems are created to be solved. That's how I look at it. But I totally feel what you're saying because I've heard people say that. I don't deserve to be loved, and it's like I tell people to say it 3 times, and tell me at which time you said it did it make sense. Because I mean, everyone everyone on this planet deserves to be loved, no matter what your past is or what you're doing currently. Everybody deserves to be loved. And that's the duality, problem and solution. One does not exist without the other one. You know, like I was talking to one of my homeboys on Facebook through the messenger. I ain't talked to him in a while. He a little young cat, and he just graduated high school. And he said I inspired him. I used to play the video game with him. He said I inspired him to take theology in college, the major in it. And so he was getting through his first semester, and he asked me. He said, why did God create the devil?" And I told him because evil was needed. It was needed in the world. There's the other spectrum of good. How would you know what's good if you don't know what's evil? There's no good without bad. There's no bad without good. It is what it is. One extreme cannot exist without the other. Dark can't exist without light. Hot can't exist without cold. Everything is just an explanation of the other. And I don't even understand that, right? Like, people debate religion, people debate spirituality, systems, like they debate it. That they talk about what these people did in the past. And to me, it just shows like it shows the lack of creativity. It shows the lack of self-esteem. Because you basing you debating on what somebody else did instead of taking the information and using it to make it useful for today. And if you can't use the information and turn it into a tool for positive change for the people today, what do it really matter? Like, I heard someone say, Black people suffer because we didn't hold the covenant. And I want to tell them, if you really, hold on, where's the, can I touch it? Hold on, I'm about to put, here you go. What up, though?
Hola, hello.
Nah. What up, though? What's the word?
This is an interesting conversation.
I was just on here rambling, talking to myself. I just had a lot of stuff in my head. It's almost I scared the crap out of Char. I scared the crap out of my wife earlier. She was getting the baby out the car, and I came in the house. I opened the door, and I always let the dog out so he don't jump on him. And as I was coming back, I seen this red coat walking like towards her, behind her, and I ran out the door. And she looked up. She screamed my name. The guy looked like, oh shit. And I'm like, bro, don't walk up on my wife like that. I don't know you. He's like, I'm your neighbor. Yeah, the people on the corner. The little dude to be on the corner.
No way.
Yeah, I guess I scared the shit out of him too. Cause he was like, I'm sorry. I'm like, bro, don't do that. Like, I'm your neighbor. Like, bro, I don't even know your name. Only time you come down here is ask me for a black. Like, you can't just walk up on us like that, bro. And
wow.
I took him a black and mild, and I apologize. Hey, Miss Eve. I took my black and and I apologized. And I said, but you got to understand, this is my family, bro. I don't know you. You can't just walk up on my family like that.
Right.
My job is to defend them, and I do that well. Even though I can't see, I see good enough. You know, and that's what I was telling them. Like, bro, I'm in a position where I don't even see that good, and what I see is you walking up on my wife and my child. He was like, I'd never do that again. I'm like, no, we cool, bro. But I was like, I guess I scared Shar. She was like, I thought you was about to choke him or hit him or something. Just the way you approached him, and I said I was. If he would have said the wrong thing or had the wrong reaction, it's like I don't have time to. You know me. I'm not gonna hesitate. I'm a react. I'm a reactor.
Yeah, like you kind of you have to be prepared for stuff like that, like just in case.
Yeah,
Like you can't expect everybody to be understanding or like to have pure intentions, like you know, or not intentionally try to harm somebody. In that case, like in that case, like you can't expect everybody to be like that. Like
no, and
somebody could have been trying to harm her, so you do have to be ready.
like I told him, I got past trauma, man. I ain't taking no chances with my wife and kid. I'd rather be judged by 12 than anybody in my family carried by 6. I'm good. But like I said, I'm a peaceful person though. I'm really am. Now you my sister. Am I a peaceful person?
Absolutely. You really are.
It's for a reason too. But yeah, I was just saying like I don't know. I'm like looking at society. I don't even have hope for it no more. I don't have hope
Why
for
not?
people no more. There's no point. Why? Until proven otherwise, why? Like, look at society. Like, why even put energy into hoping that people? But here's what I'm saying: if people do turn around, then that's a good thing. It's good. But why care? It's like I can't change the way people think. I can't change the way people act. Not in the whole. Even if you got the information, that don't mean nothing. Like even think about this, right? It was a group of people who believed in Jesus while he was here. If you subscribe to, Jesus being a physical person walking this earth, it was only a group of people who believed in him. No one tried to save him when they put him on the cross. That's crazy. But when he died, then he's this monumental figure. I mean, same thing with Martin Luther King. Same thing with Malcolm X. These people walked the earth, though. We know this for a fact. But when they was here, they was hated. Even people that looked like them hated them.
Well,
But
I
when
think it is. I don't think it's our job to try and change people as a whole. Like for these figures, I believe that's just how like it's supposed to be. Like when you are a very prominent figure in the life that you chose to incarnate into and live, and the purpose that your soul chose, I think that it's supposed to be that way. Like how because of how much trauma and because of like how much hatred a lot of us, it's a lot of good in this world, but it's also a lot of heinous things, like a lot of like evil in this world. So when people see like, oh, it's this good figure, these energies that are in all of us is naturally it wants to fight. It want to fight and retaliate. Like, no, like this is not how it's supposed to be. And so then afterwards, it's like, oh, it's common for it to be like, oh, this is what they were trying to teach. They were actually doing a good thing. Like that always, it always usually happens, but
that's
it's different.
stupid. but it's stupid. That's what I'm saying. It don't make sense. Like, look, I am not about to sit up here and sacrifice my life, the one chance I get to express myself on this physical plane, to educate or give information or spark a movement in a group of people who don't care anyway. Because the fact is, Martin Luther King got murdered, Malcolm X got murdered, died broke, Dr. Ben. Dr. Ben, his whole life was research, the information, this religion, the spiritual system. He died broke. Dr. Clark spent his whole life researching, debating, and finding information for his people, and he died broke. No one cared until they were dead. Now everybody quotes them. I'm straight. That's stupid. I learned. I learned from other people's mistakes. You know, you go out here and try to help a group of people who don't want to be helped in the first, and nothing they did. What? Look where we at today. So, so what did they do to change anything? Gave us hope. I'm straight. Look, think about this, right? I was thinking about this earlier. Name one person that got rich off of making the human society better. Name one person who benefited, like got rich off of making human society better. And I'm gonna tell you how they exploited whatever they do, whatever whoever you name. I'm gonna tell you how they exploited us. But go ahead.
No one's coming to mind right now.
Because it don't happen. People don't get rich off of helping people. You don't get rich off of curing things. You only get rich if you can treat it. You only get rich if you can exploit. Even this app we on. You know what I'm saying? Even this app we on, right? This ain't doing nothing but exploiting ignorance. It's giving people ways to be more ignorant to a bigger group of people. That's all it's doing. It's not helping. This ain't bringing people together. And if it is, guess what? It's being outshadowed by the negative effect. Like even this conversation we have, you know, I see people pop in and pop out, pop in and pop out, pop in and pop. People don't want information. They want to be entertained. That's what people want. And you know me, I can't do it. I don't, I'm not, I sit here and I can crack jokes all day. I can have fun with my family. I can do that all day because that's what I do. But I'm not about to entertain a group of people I don't even know. If that's the case, I would have went into acting or stuff. That's not me. You know, that's why I say it's no hope. Is what's the purpose?
So when you say like you don't have any hope for the future, like
no, it's not the future. No, I don't have hope for people. No, the future is the future. I mean, my future always gonna be bright because I'm gonna do things to make it bright. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't really,
like on a personal level. You saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't care. You know me in general, right? Like I love everyone. That energy of love, but I don't really care about what people do with their life. That's not my. That's none of my concern. So I know a lot of times when I say stuff, it's blunt, but I really don't care about other people, like to the fact that what they do or what they decide. That's none of my concern unless it affects me. Then I have to care. So what I'm saying is like me coming or me even talking in person or coming on here trying to improve other people's lives is stupid. But I understand what I say might reach one person, two people, three people. That might make a change. That's the only reason I do it. 1, 2, 3 people. But me really coming on here thinking that my idea was to come on here and link up with people. Because I looked at it as a tool where I can actually communicate with people all over the world. You know, not just me going outside and starting a block organization and trying. No, it's like I can talk to anybody in the world. I can say something and it can connect with somebody in Bangkok,
Mhm.
somebody in Ghana, somebody in South America. They can hear my word. So I figure I can come on here and connect with people like that, right? And I can. It can still happen, but like it's no point in me. I'm just saying, I'm just being real. It is what it is. It's like thinking that we can actually impact or spark a change that can help people on a mass level. People too ignorant. They sheeps. Like people, like I understand why the elites do what they do now. I understand it. So I'm no longer gonna judge it because I totally understand it. Why not do something that's easy? Why not do something that's
Well,
easy?
I don't think it's. I think if you try to like if you go in, anybody going in like I'm gonna change everybody's perspective and I'm gonna change all these lives. I think that's too much work, especially for one
Nah,
person to do.
and I wasn't
So,
even thinking. I wasn't even thinking like that. I'm just saying like sharing information. Like I don't really care if I
uh-huh.
change. To be honest with you, I don't care if I change anybody's life. I think it's my duty to share information. But if people use it, then that's on them. If they don't use it, that's on them. But what I'm saying is, when you start hearing people saying some of the same things that you say, you begin to believe in an idea that something can happen.
Mm.
I hear a couple people on here, and I hear them talk about unity and building community. It sounds good because I think it can happen. Even if it's not a physical community, it could be a community on here where people come together, network, help one another. And there's a couple pages like that, that I deal with. But then when you come out of those rooms and you look and you see all the BS, and it's like, because those rooms aren't big, there's a couple people in them. And then you go out and look at rooms where all the drama at, and there's thousands of people in them. And then you just come to the realization like the masses are sheep being led by a shepherd and they don't even know it. And you try to give them the information like, look, like a lot of these, like I know you ain't on here like this, right? A lot of these content creators be using rudimentary psychology and people fall for it. I'm talking about, I wouldn't even consider it community college psychology. I'm talking about something that you see on the Saturday special about the brain. These people watch that and bring it on here and use the information, and people fall for it. Half of these people, you can tell they ain't got no type of street smarts because they don't see the play. Like, you can't see this, let alone if you have no understanding or education of psychology in general. When you see that, that's why I say I lost hope. Maybe if I just focus, but you know me, I like to analyze stuff. That's just what I do. I love to analyze stuff. I love to see how things work. So I see a room with 1,000 people in it, right? And I go in there and I see the temperature of the room. I watch how people react and I watch the content creator. And that's how I see these things. And I be sitting there like, wow, like y'all falling for this? Like, what are you getting? Like, we read a lot. I know you read your library just as big as mine almost, but so when we read, we get a different perspective. Just out of reading, you get a different outlook, especially if you understand how to comprehend what you're reading. A lot of people Hey, Death Mage. But a lot of people, they don't comprehend. They don't even read to understand. So now you look at them like, what kind of information or which way are you receiving information now? It's being fed to you. People don't even go out and seek information. They just wait for somebody to tell it to them. And then do you even break that down and see if it's truth or if it's fact? Because you say, I was talking to somebody, they say it's the truth. And I'm like, I don't care about the truth. I deal with facts. Well, facts are truth. And I'm like, you don't even understand the concept of the truth. So I'm not even having this conversation with you no more. Because now
I
you're just
think
trying to.
that just, I think at that point it just goes to like show what kind of person you are. Like I think that's what real change comes from, like just starting within.
Right.
But
And that's,
not everybody's gonna do that. Like I have to I have to remind myself of this a lot because I am a seeker of knowledge just like you are, and like I do like to learn and stuff, and I'm always like trying to, like every day I'm like subconsciously thinking how can I improve myself. Like I'm like, what book should I read? Like what should I do? What kind of activity should I do? Like what kind of journaling prompts should I start to, like, things like that. And like I want the world to be a better place. Like I personally have I do have hope, like, but it's because like I have hope within myself to just be, as corny as it may sound, and just be the best person I can be, and just like expand upon that and just share that with
now let me ask you
everybody
this because
I can.
now see you younger than me. Now I'm to the
But
point where I'm
I I, I do I try to like meet people where
are you
they're
breaking up? Is that you or
at,
me? It sounds like you breaking up. Can you hear me?
and, like some people,
Baby, look, you in the matrix. Your Wi-Fi on or off? You breaking up. Heat the monster. Yeah. I think I'm about to lose my sister. Yeah, but I don't know if you can hear me. But why isn't that normal? Why is it normal that people want to become better than they were yesterday? I don't understand that. I'm getting to the age where I see why the old folks act the way they do. Because I think after so long, I just look at things like it's easy. Like I don't even know how to explain it. I don't even know how to explain it no more. I don't have hope for humanity no more. If people turn around, it's great, but I don't think people want to. And then at some point, I just have to accept that. You know, I just have to accept the fact that people want to be distracted. People want to be sheep. Everybody needs a distraction. I mean, I play video games on my phone. Then ain't nothing wrong with entertainment. But what I'm saying is like, why put yourself in a situation that you don't have to be in? I don't know, maybe because I've been through a lot of crap in life that I didn't even attempt to put myself in, but I made it through and got through it. And now I just want peace and harmony. Maybe because I've been to that bottom. I've been to the bottom and I've been to the top. And now I just want to exist in a world we can do what we're supposed to do. We can just be comfortable expressing ourselves in the manner that we choose to. I don't see how. I don't know. It just don't. Like I be saying, the solution to people problems, but you can't even give anyone constructive criticism anymore. You know, especially men. Like, and then I understand, like some men didn't have that father figure, didn't have that male role model in their life to tell them, don't do this or don't do that. And not even me trying to fulfill that role, but me explaining to them, like, that's not what men do. Then they get all emotional and want to fight. Like, bro, I'm just trying to talk to you. You know, it's not cool going off on, it's not cool going off on women. It's not cool attacking women. We are literally here to protect women. We are the female defense mechanism. If you look in nature, it's common sense. Everything in nature has a defense mechanism. Everything. And we are the women's. As the women create, we protect. If you look at any ancient civilization, the men always protected the women. You look in the animal kingdom, in nature, it's always the man protecting the women. But when it comes to humans, we supposed to be these super smart creatures with free will and all this stuff. We don't know how to protect women. We're doing the opposite. And anything opposite of nature is unnatural. Anything opposite of nature is unnatural. That's just what it is. Anything that burns, anything the sun burns is unnatural. The sun gives energy to everything on the planet. This stuff is common sense and we don't see it. It's common sense. And in my opinion, the women are more aggressive now because they have to be. They have become their own defense mechanism. You know, so I can't blame women. I'm gonna blame women for being so aggressive now because they have to defend themselves because the men ain't doing it. But instead of understanding and taking accountability and fixing the problem, now you want to fight women like they men. And all they're trying to do is defend themselves. Most of them. I can't speak for all of them, but most of them. Because ain't no man gonna do it, so she gotta do it herself now. Like, it don't make sense to me. The sense ain't common no more. Like, men want to dominate women. I don't even understand that. Like, what's the point of dominating a woman? I don't understand the point of dominating a woman. When you dominate something, taking something away from it. When it comes to women, when you try to dominate women, women are the creators of this plane. That's just what they are. Women got the most creative spirit, the most nurturing spirit. That's the energy they project. And you want to stop that? That don't make sense. That's what I'm saying. People won't even learn what they are, let alone who they are. They say knowledge is power. It's only if you know how to use it, though. Knowledge only becomes power when you use it correctly. Because knowledge can be detrimental, too. And I think sometimes that's my problem. That's my problem. I know too much. And I'm always trying to figure out a way to share the information to people in a way they can understand it. And that takes away from me. I believe that takes away from even the way I try to present the information. You jumped on your laptop. Your mic muted. Can you hear me? Your mic muted again. I don't know why your mic keep going mute.
Oh.
There you go. I can hear you.
You hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me? You can't hear me, huh? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Good. I missed those old commercials. Yeah, today, this society just got soft. This society, you can't even say nothing no more. You can't. But it's only against groups of people. You can say anything you want disparaging about black people. Why? Because they do what they saw. That's the reason why. The only reason they can show us laying in the street dead, they can show how, and it's not all black people. That's what pisses me off, because the way they show black people on TV, they never show another race of people like that. The gangs, the drugs, the death. They never show another race of people like that because another race of people won't allow it. But it's a group of black people, not all black people, but it's a group of black people who find that entertaining. Seeing another brother laying dead in the street. I mean, if you think about it, in the last, 7 years, they didn't show like 8 black people on the news dead in the street. They don't show white people like that. They don't show Asian people like that. They don't. They do it, and it's for a reason. But this we allow. You know, if someone say, and I'm not even gonna say it because, but if you talk about the J word, you can say they own all the money. Oh no, that's saying something against they race. You cancel. Like what? Because I said they own all the money because they run this or they run that. Now you go cancel me? But you can call black people monkeys or whatever you want. Do whatever you want to the image of a black man. And it's okay. But do it against any other race. Disparage any other race, you cancel. And that's because they don't play it. These other races don't be playing that. And we do. And not only do we allow it, we got people who prove they stereotypes every day. And we clap for them like it's entertainment. Like, you know how hard it was working. I was the first black anesthesia assistant working in Detroit. First freaking black anesthesia assistant working there. Male. And every day I went into work, I had to prove that I wasn't gonna steal drugs or none of this. I heard a doctor tell another staff member, "Oh, y'all sure he ain't gonna steal drugs?" I'm like, "Nah, bro, I don't do drugs. Not these drugs anyway." Everybody laughing. But every day I went in there, I had to prove I wasn't no N word. I had to fight to be treated or looked upon as human around all these educated white people. And then I learned something. They really envy me. I had them all talking like me. It only took me a year. Once I understood they wanted to be me more than I wanted to be them. See, I just wanted to be respected like they was. No. See, they wanted to be soulful like me. They wanted to be smooth. I was cool to them. So I had all these white people saying, "What up, though?" Every time they see me, doctors, surgeons. "What up, though?" When I walk in the building, they professional, but when they see me, oh no, they get happy. They get happy to greet me. To see something that a lot of these races and a lot of these people know that we don't know is who we truly are. And when these other races see a person who know who they are, they respect them. It's only the ignorant black people they don't respect. But these people who know who we are, oh, they love us. They respect. They pay homage. We don't know who we are. You back, huh? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think I got it working now.
Yeah, I'm just rambling on. I'm probably like when I do live, I just jumped up here to ramble my mind on. This my random thought segment. When my wife fell asleep and I ain't got nobody to talk to, I just come on here and talk my crap. But I'm gonna just start doing videos. I do lives when I got something planned with somebody. I'm still waiting for you to get your stuff together.
You know what? This is kind of like journaling. Like, remember, can you still hear me?
Yeah, he was going in and out. Can you hear me?
Dang it. Come on. Yes.
No, I can hear you clear. I can hear you clear now. No, I can't hear you now.
This connection sucks.
What you on your laptop? I can hear you clear.
No.
No.
Yeah, I changed devices.
Oh no, you back in it. It sound like you. You sound like you underwater. It's 3:09. I'm about to take my butt to sleep. This boy gonna have me up early in the morning. Hold on, what was I supposed to do? I was supposed to take the dog to the Are you gonna be able to come over here and watch the dog while we had a baby? Because I was supposed to take him to this what is it, like a little meet and greet thing. My wife bougie. She want to take the dog to like a doggy daycare. I'm like, bro, I'm black. We don't do that. We just let him outside. Yeah. My wife ain't bougie.
Wait, what doggy daycare?
That's what I'm saying. Like, he got to go to this meet and greet. I'm like, meet and greet? Like, they gonna have name tags on the dogs and stuff? Like, what is a doggy meet and greet? Like, man, this is weird. I'm telling you, this is suburban stuff. I ain't used to it. I'm a backwoods hood boy. We let the dog out back and let him run for a couple hours to bring him in. Yeah, it's good exercise. Take him for walks and hikes. All this doggy friends and all that. I don't know that, man. I'm straight. Happy wife, happy life. My wife just weird. She be doing all this new stuff. I guess that's what happens when you move to the suburbs. They got doggy daycares and doggy meet and greets, and I don't know, man. Like this. Yeah, but I think I rambled enough. I was just coming on here to let y'all know it is what it is. Sheeps are gonna be sheeps. And I can't be no shepherd, man. This is wild. This is wild. The things that we got to advance, we use them same tools to devolve ourselves. The same tools we can use to advance ourselves, we use it to devolve ourselves. No one wants to, I ain't gonna say no one, but the masses don't want to take responsibility. I think a large group of people is just lazy. They like the instant gratification of things. And then people don't like to do things until they see it's working. Like, it's no more grassroots. It's no more taking pride in building or creating something. People just want to jump onto a finished project. Jump to a finished product. Jump on something that's already hot. And if that's the way our society is going, we doomed. But, I mean, if you study history, all societies must fall for a new empire to arise. So I guess that could be considered what's going on now. The structure in the country of America is falling apart, and it don't have to. It's just ignorant and greedy people, man. Like, how do you have this? Like, stuff don't make sense. How do you have trillionaires and you got poor people? How does that make sense? The hell are you gonna do with $1 trillion? What's my man Amazon do? What the hell are you gonna do with that money? It's like stuff don't make sense. There should be no one living on the street. Not in America. Not anywhere. No one person. You know why you know why most people don't know who Mansa Musa was? Or don't even know who Mansa Musa is? It's because you'll have to deal with the fact it was a black man who went across the land and just gave out gold. So much gold, he bankrupted Egypt. It was a black man who did that. From Mali to Mecca, he walked across the land, didn't care what race, religion, or anything. He was just giving out gold. He made it rain. He seen poor people, he gave them gold. This is why they don't teach nobody about Mansa Musa. They teach you about George Washington. They teach you about Christopher Columbus. They teach you about all these great Europeans, but they won't teach you about the one man who walked across the land and gave out all his gold. And it wasn't even all his gold. He had so much. We just gave it away. They won't teach you about that. And it's not only because he's a black man, because it makes sense. He had it, and he seen people who needed it, so he gave it to them. He tried to improve lives. And now you get rich people who would drive past a homeless person. That don't make sense. And we accept this. We keep making these people even richer, man. People get on. I had people argue with me about me marrying outside my race. I had this brother arguing with me, talking about I don't love black women, or I have a disdain for black women because I married a woman outside my race. And I asked that brother, how many kids you got? 3. But how many different women? 2. And I said, so you telling me I hate black women even though I didn't impregnate none of them and leave them with babies to raise by themselves? But I'm the one who hate black women. I'm the one attacking, but I don't call black women out their name. My mother's black and my sisters are black, and I love them to death. And if anybody try to do anything to them, they'll see how much I love them. I understand the stereotype, but it does not match me. I know there is men out there who date outside their race because they hate themselves. I don't hate myself. I love myself. And just because I chose a partner that's not within my race, don't mean I hate any women, especially the ones in my race. See, I know what they are. I know what the black woman is, even if she don't. But that don't mean I have to deny myself happiness. And that's not saying I could not have been happy with a black woman. I said I found a woman who made me happy and I married her. And she just so happened not to be black. But see, that's what I'm saying. People will say things and do things to make themselves feel better because they fucked up inside. But see, none of that stuff, it don't work with me because I'm good inside. I worked on myself. I took the time. I'm still working on myself, and I'm not done. I got a lot of flaws that I'm working out. I got a lot of flaws. I'm not close to perfect, but I'm aware of it, and I'm trying to do something about it. And I don't have to take out any frustration that's in me out on anybody else because I don't have self-esteem, because I don't have self-love, because I don't have information, because I'm too damn lazy. Like, man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've been saying, I think I need to stay off of YouTube. I don't need to look at, I just need to focus on what I'm doing because I just learned the last 3 days about this manosphere. And that's like the craziest, that's some of the craziest stuff I ever heard. And I'm sorry, like, if y'all listen to these dudes, and I ain't saying no names, I don't want no smoke with nobody. I'm just talking factual things. If you listen to these dudes, if you feel that way about a woman, how do you look at men? Is that what is attractive to you? And if it is, cool. But you ain't got to beat down women because you ain't attracted to them or you think less of them. Just go be with a dude and be happy. A lot of them, the way they talking is like, it don't even sound right. Like, did you come out of a womb? Or did you come out of a, I don't know. Like, stuff don't make sense. I got common sense, so anything outside of common sense don't make sense to me. It just don't. Like, I don't understand what, even like me, I try to understand women. And I had a question. Why are women so aggressive? When I asked myself that question, I guess you can say God or the universe gave me an answer. Because men ain't doing what they're supposed to do to protect them. Why else would a woman get aggressive? That makes sense. If a woman don't, because I look at the women in my life, they not like that. They don't have to be like that. And I'm not saying they ain't loud and they won't cuss you out. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about it be some women ready to scrap with dudes, like fight with them. Ain't none of the women in my family gonna do that. They go pick up the phone and call me. And there's other men in my family who defend women. So they have that. So they don't act or do the things some of these women do. But some of these women they don't have that. So what do? Supposed to lay down and take it? No, they fight back. That makes sense. So me understanding that even if a woman lashes out on me, I understand. I don't have to judge her. I understand. So me as a man, once I see a woman reach a certain point and I can't communicate with her, I just simply walk away. I know what I can do to a man, so I can only imagine what I can physically do to a woman, so why would I do it? That makes sense to me. If I can hurt someone that's my size or bigger than me, why would I try that on somebody? Why would I feel the need to show aggression towards someone smaller than me? That don't make sense. Why would I attack something I'm supposed to defend? Even if she don't let me defend her, okay, just walk away. But nah, man, some of these dudes on here, and like I said, I can't speak for the women. I'm not gonna speak on the women. Well, I let women handle women. You know, even if I see something, and if I feel a sister is open to a conversation about a behavior or a decision she made, I had that conversation. But if they're not, what's the purpose? You know, the one thing I learned in life, your opinion is only valuable if someone asks for it. Other than that, it's just like an asshole. But see, what comes out the asshole is unique to the person who it comes out of. Everybody else it just stink. So I do not share my opinion about people. But if I see a situation and it's a teachable moment, I'm gonna speak on it. But other than that, I don't share my opinion, and that's just me. Anybody who go around sharing their opinion, I'm just telling you, it's only valuable if you want if you feel your opinion need to be heard. It's only valuable if somebody's willing to listen to it. Other than that, it's just hot air or hot gas, and that's just fact. Like information, people go in bookstores every day, but they only go in there for what they're looking for. No matter how much information is in that store, they only going for what they're going for. That's the only information they need at that time. And that's just like if I'm sharing information or making videos, only people who are watching them are the people who seeking the information. And I understand that. But man, you know what? This is gonna be my thing. I'm about to be a man basher. Hey, cause these ain't men no more. They boys. Now, I ain't gonna call nobody out by name, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm gonna speak my mind because it might be a young man who listened to me, and it'll help him, give him a little guidance or wisdom. Somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it. Most men don't even know how to. I would never wear a necktie, and most men don't even understand this. Neckties, the significance or the symbolism in neckties is showing obedience. Bow ties, they show a higher level of elevation. It's similar to the Sphinx, right? The bow tie shows the separation of intelligence and animal instinct. That's the significance, the symbolism of the bow tie. This is why the Nation of Islam wear them. And we laugh at them. A necktie simply shows obedience. It's like a chain being on your neck. You'll never catch me in a necktie. And I only wear bow ties that I tie myself. Most men don't even know how to wear a bow tie, let alone shine their shoes, let alone know how to make a bed. Men can't take care of themselves, but they dog women. Most men aren't even self-efficient. I can cook. I know how to clean. Even with my eyes gone, it don't slow me down. I don't make excuses, and I don't need no sympathy. None of that stuff helps me. These men ain't men no more. They boys. And people walk around and calling them men. That irks me. That really irks me. Like people just give them the title. Like I said, I think that's my new lane. I'm about to come on here and I'm about to go off and snap on all these dudes. That's what I'm gonna do. Y'all want to be entertained? I might as well make it meaningful. I might as well hold a mirror up and I will break these. Nah, I ain't gonna do it. I'm chilling. I'm in my feelings right now. I'm gonna be quiet. All right, man. It's the word. Conversations build nations. Let me get off here. I'm getting too passionate. I'm just talking now in my words. I'm not even paying attention to what I'm saying. I'm just rambling, and it's coming from the heart because it really is sickening. It's really sickening. It's just sickening. It's sickening, and it's acceptable. People clap and cheer for it, but these ain't men. And y'all allow them to think they men, and these young kids is watching these clowns trying to be like them because it's cool, because people clapping and laughing and clicking and viewing. So now these is who the kids looking up to, because y'all making it popular. Y'all making it cool. Like that, it's crazy to me, man. It's crazy. Y'all clapping and cheering for these fools, calling themselves men. And these little kids are looking up to these clowns now. And we wonder why the generation up under is so messed up. Because of the examples they following. Because being an actual man ain't cool no more. It ain't cool to open a door for a woman no more. It ain't cool to protect women. It ain't cool to show a woman mutual respect, to show a woman affection. That ain't cool. It ain't cool to take care of you, but it's cool to dog her, call her out her name. That's cool. And we wondering why it's getting worse and worse and worse. Because we accept it. We accept it. And the more we accept it, guess what? The more it's going to happen. And the worse it's going to get. They're going to take it to the next level, to the next level. You got men pulling weapons on women now. I'm not talking about no physical beating. They shooting women. Like, what the heck? Like, bro, you pull out a gun and shoot a woman. What is wrong with you? Like, where do they do that at? I remember growing up, one of my cousins hit his girlfriend. My two uncles went over there and beat him down. Didn't care what she did to him. And now this is just normal now, where a man can just hit a woman. It's an unfortunate event. We really conditioned to think it's okay for men to attack women. We're conditioned to feel it's okay for men to attack women. We are literally conditioned, desensitized to thinking it's okay for a man to attack a woman, thinking that's normal or she deserved it. And I'm not saying in some cases, if a woman come at me with a weapon, I understand I'm going to defend myself. But as a man, I was told if a woman can't keep their hands off you, get away from them. Why are you around them in the first place? This is what another man told me. If a woman continuously hits you, why are you with her? She wants to be a man. I mean, we have to take accountability and responsibility too for the people we choose to be with. My wife don't hit me, not even playing. When I train her, that's the only time I get hit from her. The woman I was with before, she put her hands on me. And I'm not dealing with you no more. Because eventually, I mean, you just think it's okay to hit me, I'm straight. If that's how you feel, that's how you live your life, I'm good. I don't need to be in it. There's no excuse for abuse on either side. There's no excuse. If someone is hitting you, why are you with them? This is sense. Common sense. Someone hits you, you don't need to be with them. Ain't no mistake. Ain't no I'm not gonna do it again. No. That person needs help. And guess what? 9 times out of 10, you can't help them. You can't help them. There's no excuse for abuse. No excuse from either side. And the longer you stay in it, the worse it's gonna get. That's just fact. And women, it starts verbally. If you accepting your man calling you out your name, you got to take personal responsibility for that and get away from him. Because if he can't refrain from calling you out your name, trying to put you down, if you with a man, there's no reason he should try to put you down. I don't care how upset or mad I get at my wife. There's no reason for me to say anything negative to her to try to hurt her feelings. There's no reason for that. We got to stop accepting things and take what we deserve. Until you get that mind, this is a mindset. This is something that I had to work on, and it took me years, and I'm just being honest. And it's to love myself. It's to care about how I feel. And the moment it clicked and it started working, I'm not taking shit from nobody. You can't give me nothing. I'm straight. If I don't want it, I'm not taking it. If you can't respect me, get away from me. And that's just how I am. I don't have to tolerate anybody. You don't have to. You don't have to tolerate nothing from anybody. You deserve what you deserve. You deserve what you deserve. And I'm saying that in a positive sense. If you think you deserve anything less than happiness, you got to work on yourself. If you believe no matter what you've been through or no matter what you did in your life, if you think you deserve anything but happiness, you need to work on yourself. You need to self-love. You need to self-heal. And until you do so, you go keep getting what you deserve or what you believe you deserve. But in your head, there should not be a moment where you don't think you deserve happiness. I don't care what you did in your past. I don't care what you're doing in your present. Everyone deserves that. We are all an extension of the Creator. And that's pure positive love. And if don't nobody else tell you, I'm going to tell you. You deserve happiness. And taking anything less than that, you should not tolerate it from anybody. I don't care how long you've been with somebody. If they can't appreciate you, you need to get away from them. At some point in your life, you have to make a decision. We all do. At some point of our life, we all do. We all have to make the decision to stop accepting things and take what we deserve. That's the only thing you should take is what you deserve. You deserve happiness. At some point, we got to come to that decision to stop allowing things, to stop settling for things. You don't have to settle. You get what you want. You just got to go get it. Sometimes you got to lace your boots up and step in shit. It'll be all right. You can clean it off later. Don't be afraid to take that journey because it's worth it. But no one should make you feel bad. I don't deal with low energy people in my real life. I don't. If I can't, I don't deal, and I'm not gonna say a sad person. I'm talking about like just nasty people in real life. They can't even be around me. I make them sick because I tell them about this. So you fucked up inside, bro. You doing things intentionally to try to hurt people. Something wrong with you. That you're broken. If you wake up in the morning with hurting people on your mind, you're broke. Something wrong with you. That's just fact. No one should be waking up thinking about hurting other people. You should wake up thinking about how to be a better person. What you gonna do to make yourself happy? What you gonna do to grow? Positive things. What can I do to smile? What can I do to make others smile? If you wake up, and I understand people been through stuff, I've been through stuff. We all been through stuff. You know, my grandma used to tell me you ain't gonna be shit unless you go through it. You'll never be nothing in life unless you go through it. And she was right. Some of the best people in life got some of the craziest stories, been through some of the craziest things, and they understand and appreciate. I appreciate life more because I almost lost it a couple times. I trying to go out and spread joy because I hurt people. I hurt people before. But like I said, I almost got my life taken a couple times. So I appreciate the latter side because my life could have been gone. Even as 2 years ago, I had 50 cc. If you hear this, ask any doctor or neurosurgeon what happens when a person has 50 cc's of fluid on their brain for more than 3 months. They tell you to go to mush. I'm not even supposed to be talking straight. So I appreciate life. I lost my eyesight. I can only see out of one eye, and I have no peripheral in that. And when light hit it, it's like I'm blind. But I appreciate the little sight that I got, and I do everything I can humanly possibly do with it. I don't use it as an excuse. So what if I trip over stuff and walk into walls, run into people? I can't push a buggy around the store. I didn't ran over 2 white women today with the buggy because I ain't see them. I hit them with the buggy. I apologize. That's all I can do. But I'm gonna keep it moving. It ain't gonna stop me from trying to live life. And I'm not making no excuses. If anything, it just gives me an opportunity to show how great I am. That's how I look at what they call a disability. It just gives me an opportunity to show how great I am. Is no. I look at things like this. I'm gonna have obstacles in life, and the stuff I went through prior to this made me strong enough to get over what I'm going through. Like I said, I don't even tell people, you know, I lost my eyesight. And if you see me, you probably wouldn't even notice until I start tripping over shit that I can't see. I walk with my head up straight, and I act like I can see everything, even though I can't. I laugh about it. I wish my sister was still up here. She look at me like something wrong with you because I tell jokes about my eyesight all day. I don't need sympathy. I don't need empathy. I don't need none of that. I'm good. I've never made excuses, and I ain't about to start now. Ain't nothing gonna stop me. And we all got that in us. Every last one of us got it in us. It's a choice to let it out. Sometimes we need guidance to understand. Sometimes you need that one person to support us. But we all got it in us. We all got that fire in us. A lot of times we use it to survive. But I'm telling you can use it to live. That's a mindset. Switch that mindset from survival to living and watch how better life gets. I had to learn that. You know, from where I came from a backwoods town in Pennsylvania. Literally, backwoods. In front of me it was woods, and back of me it was woods. I moved from there to the city of Detroit, east side of Detroit. The area I moved in, they call it Baby now. So I had that survival mentality for a long time. where I had to survive. And I do whatever to do it too. I did a lot of things now that I'm older and I'm not proud of to survive. But now I understand because it wasn't taught to me how to live. It's a whole separate mentality, a whole separate mindset from surviving to living. I begun, instead of looking at life like, or looking at the day, I need to do whatever I need to do to make it through the day. Now when the day comes, I look at it like I'm going to enjoy every second of it. What can I do to enjoy today? We, at some point in different phases in our life, we have been conditioned. We have been desensitized. The stuff that's going on is not okay. It's not. The way we live in is not okay. It's not. And the more we accept it, the worse it's going to get. And like I said, I can only speak for the men. I try to put information up. I try to have talks and discussion. But at the end of the day, fact is, most of these dudes, they comfortable being the way they are. They are. Because y'all make them. Y'all make them comfortable. Women don't put enough pressure on men. That's what make a man too, right? Is the women. See, we can't really be men unless y'all accept us as men. And y'all accepting a lot of boys as men. Y'all raising a lot of other women kids, man. Cuddling them, making them feel like it's okay. Nah. I don't care if a dude ain't got a job. You should be able to get off the couch and find a way to make money. But y'all baby them. It's okay. And what are you doing, woke little boy? All right, let me get off here. My son woke up here to put this bad boy back to sleep, but I'm trying to have the conversations, people. But I think I'm about to just get on here every night and rant about. I'm gonna just do my rant. I ain't even about to try to create no. Huh? Where's your headset at? Go get your headphones. I'll let you play with it. You want to get on the mic? You're supposed to be asleep. We got to get up in the morning. All right, beautiful people. It's the word. I'm going to get out of here. But just think, if you listen to this video, do me a favor. Hit the like and hit the subscribe. And hit the notification bell, because when I go live, we go live. But whatever I say, just think about it for a minute. And tell me, and if it makes sense, let's have a conversation about it. If it don't make sense, let's have a conversation about it. See, that's the thing. If I'm wrong, I'm okay with that. Please give me the right information or the right perspective or insight. Please do that. I don't mind being corrected. That's how we learn. So if you hear me and I'm wrong, please correct me. I'm not one of them people. I'd rather be corrected than keep going around with the wrong idea or the wrong perspective. If you got something to add to what I say, do that also. Because until y'all start opening y'all mouths, things ain't gonna get better. And if you want something better, it's on you. Yeah, go get it. Yeah, I know. All right, it's the word. I'm out of here.